Hi everyone, it's Amy. All right, so in the previous videos for this model, which we call Life Story, I've been breaking up the videos, especially if there were, really primarily if there were a large amount of questions. I'm going to change things up a bit today, and I'm going to read all the questions for this age range. Now, that means the video is going to be a bit longer, but I do feel like we're going to get through this module a lot faster if the questions are all together. It's a little more efficient. So you'll have to stare at my face for a couple minutes longer. Oh well. Today I'm going to read the questions for later childhood, the later childhood puberty age range, which is ages 10 to 12. Please remember to answer these questions as your 10 to 12-year-old self, okay? Not anticipating what you know came later or anything like that. Please answer in the age range. So these questions are going to be questions number 176 through question 218. We have over 300 total at the end of this module. I know, you're making a face. Don't make that face. Stop that. It'll be totally worth it when we're done. Okay? All right, let me start. Later childhood and puberty, ages 10 to 12, number 176. Did you live with your parents during later childhood? If not, where did you live? Where were your basic needs satisfied where you lived? Set 177. Did you have privacy in your home and room? Would somebody knock on the bedroom door or bathroom? Were there non-family members living with you or visiting in the home? Number 178, were you able to express yourself in your style of clothing, room arrangement, or other means? Did you feel unnecessarily controlled or restricted? Number 179, how important was religion in your family? Did you attend church or temple? Did you receive religious instruction in preparation for a confirmation or a baptism? Number 180, did you have friends at school or in the neighborhood? Were they younger? Were they older? Or were they about the same age? Number 181, did you get along with your brothers and sisters? Did you get along with other family members? Were you compared to other family members? Number 182, were you given the responsibility of the care of younger children or a disabled family member? Did you have chores around the house? Did you feel like you were forced to work too hard? Number 183, did you receive an allowance or work part-time? Did you save or spend your money? Number 184, were your parents happy when you were in later childhood? Did they get along or did they fight and argue? Number 185, do you have friends visiting the home and spending the night? Were you allowed to visit friends' homes? Number 186, were you involved in any youth organizations? Did you participate in trips, in fundraising events, or other activities? Number 187, what was your socioeconomic class during your later childhood? Did you feel inferior or superior? And someone asked me to explain that. Socioeconomic class, would you consider that you were in a lower socioeconomic bracket, that you were a middle class family, or upper middle class, or upper class? That's your socioeconomic class. Number 188, how did you do academically? Were you placed in any special programs? Were you involved in school activities? Number 189, what were your favorite school subjects? What subjects did you dislike? Number 190, were you involved in fighting or in delinquent behavior in later childhood? Were you arrested or detained? Did you set fires? Did you vandalize or paint graffiti? Number 191, were you involved in athletics or sports? Did you see yourself as skillful or coordinated? Number 192, were you involved or in band or playing a musical instrument? Were you involved in any fine arts? Did you believe you had talent or promise in this area? Number 193, did you have hobbies, collections, or favorite pastimes? Did you continue to play with toys or electronic games? Number 194, did you take care of pets? Did you lose a favorite pet? Number 195, were you involved in 4-H or scouting or similar organizations? Number 196, did you feel like you were a part of some group, or did you feel like an outsider? Were you lonely or isolated? Number 197, what were the names of your best friends in later childhood? Were you frequently involved in quarreling or fighting? Number 198, were you around others who were abusing drugs and alcohol? Did you start using drugs or alcohol during this period, and if so, which drugs did you use? 199, when did you enter puberty? In other words, the period of time where you started getting hair under your arms or around your genitals, when you started developing breasts, maybe starting a menstrual period, and growing hair on your face, hair on your chest. And how did you feel about the changes in your body? Number 200, did you develop too quickly in comparison with friends the same age? Were you proud or shameful about your development? Some questions about puberty might not apply until we get to questions where you're a little bit older, maybe 16, 17 years old. So if they don't apply, then they don't apply. Number 201, did you have problems with pimples or acne? Did you have scars from a skin condition? Number 202, were you embarrassed to change your clothes or take a shower in physical education classes? Did you try to avoid wearing a swimsuit or athletic gear? Did you believe that there was anything wrong with your body? Number 203, were you able to choose and wear the latest fashions? Were you allowed to wear your hair the way you wanted? Number 204, did you feel accepted and attractive by your peers? Did you feel alienated or alone? Were you, number 205, were you preoccupied with your body size or your weight? Did you overeat or binge at any time? Did you fast, use exercise pills, or vomit to lose weight? Number 206, how did you get along with members of the opposite sex? Did you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Did you go to parties, dances, or other group activities? Number 207, did you engage in any sexual exploration with a member of the same sex or a member of the opposite sex? Number 208, what did you learn about sex during this period in your life? How did you feel about sexuality? Number 209, were you the victim of any taunting or humiliation in later childhood? Were you threatened or emotionally abused? Number 210, were you the victim of any physical abuse or battering during later childhood? Were you hurt so badly that it ever required medical attention? Number 211, were you subjected to any sort of confinement or torture in later childhood? What was involved in that abuse? Number 212, were you the victim of sexual abuse during later childhood? Did you feel numb? Oh no, what was involved in the abuse? Did someone who you were supposed to trust abuse you? Number 213, do you have difficulty remembering your later childhood? Do you feel numb or emotionally detached much of the time? Did you enter a trance-like state? Number 214, were you angry or aggressive much of the time? Were you mean or cruel to others? Did you physically or sexually abuse others? Number 215, were there any major losses or changes during later childhood? Did you move frequently, making your adjustment difficult? Number 216, did you have any physical or mental illnesses during later childhood? Did you have emotional or behavioral problems? Were you evaluated or treated by a doctor or mental health worker? Number 217, did you have any dreams or hopes for the future? Did you have some idea of what you wanted out of work and love as you grew into adulthood? And number 218, the last question, which is always a review of the previous questions, reviewing your answers to questions 176 through 217. What were the effects of later childhood and puberty on your ongoing development? How did you feel about the changes in your body? Did you feel strong and attractive? Were you involved in friendships with male and female peers? Did you receive support from your parents for self-expression? Were you ready for puberty and adolescence? And were you prepared for childhood? Okay. I'm going to post these questions on our Facebook page and on Instagram, the links, as you know, in the About section of this channel. Next time we are going to cover early adolescence, which is the ages from 12 to 15. All right? So, please, this assignment is really, really cool if you do all of it. I know it's a huge undertaking. In the end, things are going to be so much clearer to you about your life. All right? It should be exciting. Smile. All right, so subscribe to this channel. Share these videos. Contact me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even if it's something you think might piss me off. It's okay. I don't care. I'll still be nice. All right? And until next time, be well.